This is unusual circumstances by any stretch, and throughout it, the first focus for us is always on student athletes. So as you look at the progression of what happened, that was always at the forefront, both Michigan State and Penn State student athletes. The game itself, I'll kind of let Greg go through some of those logistics, but when you go back, I'm very proud of the way Greg and his staff handled the situation, the police department, Amy Foudy in the field, getting that back in condition to play. In the locker room, proud of the locker rooms we built 4 years ago that gave a comfortable environment back there. We expanded, as many of you know, part of the media area so that Penn State had additional space to move around, but state-of-the-art facilities back there made it better for both teams. They were well taken care of, hydrated, fed, and all that. So it's a long day for everybody, a long day for fans. You finally get a noon game, and then this happens, right? And it's, but we'll finish this game in the second half, and Greg can kind of go logistics from the beginning of the game to where we're at right now.
Well, we knew there was going to be, we had a chance of lightning, so our process here is we follow the weather through our police box and our contact with the National Weather Service. Our policy here is 20 miles out, lightning 20 miles out. We put up the announcement to voluntarily leave the stadium. 15 miles out, we take the teams off the field and clear the stadium. So it moved in quickly, and then there was a line of storms that followed back from Lansing down to South Bend, and so the last report we got about 3 o'clock was the storm in South Bend was intensifying, and it looked like we wouldn't get back on the field till 5:15 or 5:30. Between 3 and 4, that storm diverted and went to the south and the east a little bit, so we didn't get that weather, and that's why we were able to start the game a little earlier and get the kids out of the locker room. So, you know, all those were, the times we gave were estimates. You know, we were approximating because we don't give out times and people, you know, question what's going to go on, how can we plan, but we can't give set times because, you know, it's the weather and we're not sure. So the people from Penn State were terrific. Our staff our kids were terrific. It just worked out about as well as it could. And Mark and athletic director Sandy Barber from Penn State were involved in all the discussions. The halftime was a discussion whether we were going to have halftime or not. I think Mark can chime in on that because he and Sandy had a lot to say about that too. So, you know, it was a moving target. You don't like to have to go through these things, but I think all in all, it went about as well as could be expected.
No, that wasn't in our conversation that we had downstairs. Sandy and I were getting input from Greg, from our police department as well, and all indications had it where we could play today. We thought 5:30 would be the latest, and then when the last front came through, it kind of took a dip to the south a little bit, which let us get out here earlier. So we never had a conversation about tomorrow. Well, 20-minute halftime is a football rule. It can be changed by mutual agreement of the two teams. Both coaches felt that once they got back out there, they wanted to have that opportunity to get in and make those adjustments. So, you know, I think fans may be a little frustrated. This was about the student athletes again and getting them in and resetting themselves for a second half, kind of to get back to normalcy of the game. So we supported the two coaches that made that request.